This is the U.R. Evans Award ceremony. U.R. Evans was the so-called father of corrosion in the sense that he proved the electrochemical basis of corrosion in the 1930s and wrote a very good paper with Hoare, 1934, I believe it was. Okay, so today's, I will be chairing, if that chairing is the right word, this session, but it will really be led by El Presidente, Bill Hedges. The award on the desk here, it's a sword to fight corrosion, and frankly, because they're made of steel, I think when you get one, you have to fight its corroding. So that's two parts there. So I'm going to hand over to Bill. I will be taking photographs, so I'll be sort of taking photographs during the ceremony, and then at the end of the ceremony, it'll be a two-part ceremony with the award of two of these swords, and then we'll have the award lecture. Traditionally, there are no questions in the award lecture. The award lecture is just given, but I'm sure if you ask Mary kindly, she'll answer you later on afterwards in a more relaxed environment. Okay, Bill.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is great. This is the fun part of what we do, giving out awards. You know, I often don't like awards because they recognise individuals and they leave out so many. But some individuals are truly deserving. And we've got two great candidates here who've been awarded this. Stuart has talked about U.R. Evans. U stands for Ulick. He was a great guy. This award from the Institute of Corrosion we've been doing since 1976. So it's been going back a long time. And actually, Stuart just mentioned another name as well. T.P. Hall was the first recipient of this award. And he was the one who really put corrosion in the UK on a really good pathway. So he was great. Let me tell you a little bit about why it's given. There are several criteria, and I think when you see who the recipients are, you'll recognise they are truly deserving of this. But it's given for having an international reputation in corrosion science, so an international reputation, contribution to the corrosion community via publications, professional bodies, patents, conferences, events, so helping the industry to improve, contribution to industry itself, making industrial processes better, contributions to training, science and technology training, originality and creativity in corrosion science research, and the continuing potential to keep contributing as well. So if you get too old like me, you kind of don't get it. It's always awarded at the Corrosion Science Symposium, and it's a great pleasure to be here. I guess I should show you what the awards look like. They are swords, as Stuart said, and they're beautifully engraved, and I'm sure that the recipients will be very pleased to let you come up and have a look at these awards once they've received them. So long as you don't put sticky fingers on. Well, they might not let you look at them, of course. It's just my thought. Okay, so it's with great pleasure I get to do two awards today, and that's because last year we had to do a virtual award, and it's so much better if you can do it in person. So I'm delighted to announce that the winner of last year's 2020 award was Professor Bob Cottis. So please join me in congratulating Bob on his award. Bob's got a massive list of achievements, so I'm going to read them. So Bob studied natural science and metallurgy at the University of Cambridge, followed by a PhD with John Chilton on metal deposition in fluidized bed electrode. He then moved to the Fulmer Research Institute, where he worked in the corrosion and electrode deposition group, undertaking both failure investigations and contract research work. In 1979, Bob took up a lectureship here at the Corrosion and Protection Centre of what was then called UMIST, now part of Manchester University, where he remained until his retirement in 2011 and where he retains a position as Emeritus Professor. In Manchester, he continued his work on environmentally assisted fracture, the introduction of extreme value statistical methods for the handling of localized corrosion problems. He studied and developed a number of computer applications in corrosion and its control, including the use of artificial neural networks, which we heard some questions on earlier today. With Roger Newman and Fabio Scanini, he studied stress corrosion cracking of nickel-based alloys and the oxidation of zirconium alloys in high temperature water. Recently, he's focused on the electrochemistry of corrosion, particularly the electrochemical noise technique. He received the T.J. Hull Award of NACE in 2005 and was elected a NACE International Fellow in 2009. Bob, please join me for here, and please congratulate Bob again. Well done.
Thank you.
Get better. Do you want the sword out?
Please, because it's a little bit forward. I don't want that's better. That's fine. That's super. I don't want things going out of your heads from the background. Okay, 1, 2, 3, bananas. Shake hands at the same time. Shake hands at the same time. You can look at each other or not.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's how it's good.
Bob, over to you.
Thank you, Bill. As Bill has explained, this really happened last year. If I can have the slide, please. I don't want to take any of the time out of Mary's presentation. That would not be fair. So I'm just going to give you a URL here, which you probably will forget. I don't suppose anyone can remember that. The key thing is the number there, of course, the FC9KLEUJU9G. The last bit just tells it to start part way in, so you miss all the guff about the actual presentation. Anyway, hopefully this presentation will be available both on the Manchester Corrosion group in YouTube and also on the Institute of Corrosion. I was hoping it would be there by now, but I don't think it is. Anyway, thank you very much, Bill, and I will now leave you to hand over to... Oh, sorry, there is one thing I should say, I suppose, and I said this last year, but I think I'm probably the last recipient of the U.R. Evans Award who's ever had a lecture from U.R. Evans, because I did briefly overlap with him when I was in Cambridge. But thank you.
Thank you, Rob, and congratulations again. So now I'm delighted for this year's award. I feel really privileged that I actually know both recipients today, and I'm a great admirer of them both. And I'm delighted to say that this year's winner is Mary Ryan. So please join me in congratulating Mary. It's kind of humbling when you respect the people that you're giving out awards to. And again, a tremendous resume here, so I'm going to read it. Mary completed her undergraduate degree here at the University of Manchester before joining UMIST for a master's and PhD, where she worked with Professors Newman and Thompson. Great names in the history of corrosion. Using in situ STM to study passivation phenomena. She then joined Hugh Isaac's group at Brookhaven National Lab, first as a postdoc and then as a staff scientist, where she developed her interest in X-ray approaches for electrochemical systems. She moved to Imperial in London in 1998 and is currently the Armourers and Braziers Professor of Material Science and Interim Vice Provost for Research and Enterprise. She also leads Imperial's sustainability research strategy, the transition to zero pollution. Mary's research focus has been on the stability of nanoscale systems and the nanoscale behaviour of bulk systems, and the development and application of new tools to study these systems in situ at the nanoscale resolution. She works across many application areas, mostly focusing on energy and health. She's a fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, IOM3, and I have to say, most importantly, the Institute of Corrosion. Mary, many congratulations. Please join me. There you go.
Yeah. I want it ready for action.
We were considering dueling, but we've been advised that the HSE side of that would be, well, yeah, there's another reason as well. Let's come to the front and get some pictures.
It's not really nasty, we're okay.
Right, so congratulations.
Thank you. Sharpen up. 1, 2, 3. Elephants. Okay, try again.
We'll do again.
It's like a blind date today.
Where we would have to be really blind for that to occur.
Okay, that was fine. Thank you very much, everyone.